SEO tutorial for beginners. Hello and welcome. I'm going to quickly teach you what search engine optimization is all about so that you can create a more profitable online business for yourself and also see greater results utilizing Google. Now, when we think of SEO, first thing we need to start to understand is our potential customers and the keywords that they will be using when they are searching Google for the products and services on your website. Now let's say if I was to target SEO tutorials for beginners, okay, by doing proper keyword research, it may be more intelligent for me to then target perhaps this keyword, SEO tutorials for beginners 2014, because when I do, not only I will be able to rank SEO tutorials for beginners as a keyword, but I can also rank SEO tutorials for beginners 2014. I can also rank SEO tutorials by itself, meaning there are always better ways for you to target keywords. And that's exactly what I've done. I've created a video tutorial for you so that you can learn how to target keywords properly. Okay? Next part for your SEO learning would be for you to create Google Webmaster Tool account. Okay? It is very important. If you're running an online business and have a website, obviously, then you need to create this account because it will allow you to add your site easily so Google is aware of it. Also, you can add a sitemap, XML sitemap. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, because there are many online tools which quickly allow you to create sitemaps. All you have to do is place your URL and then press the button and it'll create it for you. I really like this particular URL, okay, but there are many online sitemap generators. Okay, now having Google Webmaster Tool account allows you to see how Google sees your website. Okay, it also has functionality as to suggest HTML improvements or see if any errors are happening on your website. Therefore, it is only intelligent for you to create this account if you're beginning to learn search engine optimization. Now let's go back to our learning board and let's look at a couple of things. Let's imagine this green box as your entire website. Okay? Now if that's the case, obviously you're gonna have web pages, different ones. You will have files, products and services and so on, images and so on, right? If that's the case, for you to really, make your Google ranking easy, what you need to be thinking about is structuring your entire website in logical order. Have your most important web pages at the root of your website. Okay. Also place your images in different folders intelligently. Place your PDF files or other files in different folders. And let's imagine that we're running an online business and we're selling computer parts, for example. Okay. Now taking that as an example, then having my most important web pages will be close to my root domain, root folder, okay, but then having folders intelligently and logically as to, okay, what if I create a folder, name it laptop or laptops, and then what if I name another folder and name it CPUs, okay? And within the laptop folder, what if I have Asus laptops or Asus or Acer and name those keywords as my page name, right? And in the CPU folder, what if I have amd.html or amd.php and so on. Okay, and have another web page and name it intel.php and so on. As you can see, structuring your entire website in logical order only helps Google to understand your entire website's theme. Okay, you're not limited to having just one folder structure. You can go deeper and have different folder structures, and that will depend on the online business that you're in. But at the end of the day, creating your entire website and having the name and structure properly will only allow you to easily rank your keywords. Okay, now next part for your keyword ranking is on-page optimization. Now there is a lot of information as far as search engine optimization is concerned, but I will tell you SEO is very easy, whether you're a beginner or whether you're an advanced online marketer, so to speak. Okay, the fundamentals of SEO do not change. Having your web pages with the keywords that you're targeting, okay, is extremely important because Google looks at things like that. And I'm not going to say to you, oh, having page names with keywords is more important than your image names or your navigation structure. Okay, everything works together. Therefore, once you determine the keywords that you want to rank, create your web pages with those keywords in the name itself. Second part of your on-page search engine optimization is your web page title. Okay, you wouldn't buy a book with no title or name or chapters in it, right? So therefore, when you think of titles, have your keywords in your titles, but utilize your titles in such way that when people search Google and Google shows your web page details in the first page when people search, then if you utilize your titles, people see that, right? But if you communicate within your title, what will happen is you will increase your click-through rate. And when you do, even though you're on the third position, just because you have utilized your title properly, Google will automatically in very short time move you up from the third position to first position. Okay, because you're getting more click-throughs. Okay, so click-through is part of SEO as well. Okay, so have your keywords in your title. Also communicate effectively for higher click-through rates. And having Google Webmaster Tool account actually shows you how people see your web pages in Google search results. Okay, so learning how to play around with Google Webmaster Tool account and all the options only helps your own Google rankings. Okay, now your meta description is only visible to search engines. Therefore, have your keywords within it, all while explaining what your entire web page is all about. Surely this is an example and you're going to be targeting different keywords, but once again, fundamentals of SEO do not change. So therefore, having your on-page SEO elements in place will only increase your own rankings, right? So having navigation structure is very important, not only for Google rankings, but also user experience. People come to your website to find an answer to their questions. Okay? If that's the case, what you want to do is you want to make their searching and finding answers easy. And having clear navigation structure, whether it's on top, on the left-hand side, or right-hand side, or in the sidebar and so on, having it clearly visible only helps your own Google rankings, right? So utilize navigation with having links that mention your keywords within it. Surely don't go berserk or overboard. If you have a contact us page, name it as contact us .php and so on. But utilizing menu structure in a smart way will only help your own rankings, okay? And another part of on-page SEO is heading tags. Heading tags are very important, not only for Google, because it sends a strong signal to Google as to allowing Google to understand what your web page is all about, but also when people come to your website, the first eyeful is very important. So therefore, if you can utilize heading tags in the first eyeful while having your keywords within your heading tags and also communicating effectively so that you capture your potential customers' attention, okay, only helps your ranking, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to bring people to your website and your web pages, but then you want people to read through your offer, your message. And heading tags help you do that and also help your ranking. So therefore, utilize that and have your keywords within it while communicating to your potential customers' wants and needs, so that they can then go and read your web copy. Now, within your web copy, you need to include your keywords, okay? Now, when you do so, you have to make sure that your web copy is like sharp and it communicates effectively one-on-one with your potential customers. Therefore, when you do your keyword research, you get to understand your potential customers, right? So then, when you create your web copy, make your keywords flow within your web copy and do so intelligently, okay? Now, naming your images and optimizing your images, alt attributes and so on, they're very easy. I have video tutorials that explains how to do that, okay? But once again, it is very important for your on-page search engine optimization. Therefore, utilize images as well. Now, present your web pages in such way that people spend time staying on your web pages, okay? So web copywriting means include your keywords within your copy and do so intelligently, meaning you don't just have to, if you're targeting, let's say, this keyword, SEO tutorials for beginners 2014, what you can do is find related terms. In this example, search engine optimization is another word for SEO. So therefore, I utilize that instead of saying finding SEO tutorials online. And then when the SEO field is like so on, okay? So what I'm trying to say to you is choose keywords, but also mention related terms, because not only you will rank the keywords that you're targeting, you will also be able to rank the related terms as well, okay? In this example, I have lessons, as you can see here, that is closely related to tutorials. Therefore, if I was to create a web page along these lines, then my web copy doesn't sound vague because I keep repeating the keywords. So basically, include your keywords within your copy, but do so intelligently without breaking your web communication, okay? Now, each web page on your entire website needs to be unique and optimized individually, okay? Regardless of how many different web pages, products and services you're offering and so on, okay? Now, another part is internal linking structure. Internal linking structure means how you internally link your web pages together, okay? Whether it is through your navigation structure, linking to other pages, okay? Whether it is links through your internal links. They need to be done intelligently, especially with the keywords that you're targeting. So link your web pages intelligently. But at the end of the day, present your web copy smart in such way that you bring people and let them, consume your web copy, and then press on your call to actions, and then they go to your other pages and products or checkout, shopping carts and so on, okay? And then they fulfill your call to action. So you interlink your entire website intelligently, because that actually helps your SEO as well as user experience, coupled with higher conversion rates, because conversion rates is part of SEO. So once again, SEO tutorials for beginners, as you have seen in this video session, it is very easy to search engine optimize your website. I'd like to thank you very much for your visit. If you enjoyed this video tutorial session and found it useful, please give me a like, and also don't forget to subscribe, because I have many video tutorials for webmasters like you and me. Okay? I appreciate your visit, and I'd like to talk to you in the next video tutorial session, and happy rankings. Take care. Bye bye.